Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin continues to push higher, which is good to see because the overall bullish scenario is starting to take shape. Okay, so this is the daily time frame. Just to emphasize here again that I am leaning towards the white count. As you know, this is my primary scenario. And it is of course possible that this wave 4 bottomed on the 23rd of January. We talked about this before. The yellow support zone was very clearly visible on the chart. We've covered the daily chart once a day. And I assume that everybody who wanted to have a position has a position for Bitcoin. Often people ask, is it too late to buy Bitcoin? Well, that's why we have the boxes on the chart, because you can use these parameters to find positions. Okay, they also tell you when the trend is likely going to break, and that was the case on the daily time frame below 35k. But Bitcoin did make a nice reversal in our support zone, and the white count is currently still the leading wave count and is still in control. I've taken some partial profits earlier today because the yellow box was the time to find an entry. I bought a few positions in the yellow box and communicate this always on Discord and Telegram. Took some partial profits in case anybody's interested. And the reasoning behind this is, even though the white count allows for a much higher move, obviously, it's always a question of reward and risk, right? Of course, I'm holding a healthy core position, as you probably know, but we've now moved into a price range, or we are about to approach a price range where a B wave top is also likely. Again, I'm not calling for a B wave top, so it can very well rally further, which is why I only take partial profits, and I still hold my main Bitcoin position anyway that I accumulated in the bear market, so I don't care. However, it makes sense to, from a risk management point of view, to realize some partial profits when the market makes them available. To pay oneself is important regularly, yeah, because it could all look tomorrow, it could all look different tomorrow, right? Completely different. That's typically what the crypto market does. It looks good on one day, it looks bad on another day, even though momentum is nice, okay? But I wanted to use the daily time frame to show you the two potentials we have been tracking. And now we are at a point where this orange B wave actually looks quite like well built, okay, and well developed. So let's say in the white count, in the bullish count, but basically they are both part of the orange count. I just want to show you the different pathways that are possible here on the daily time frame so that you understand the 1 hour time frame a little bit better. So obviously base case at the moment, as you know, is that the fourth wave bottomed here. Fifth wave can take us to 55k plus. So it is possible that the wave 1 completed and the wave 2. The wave 3 should minimally reach 48,940, maybe even 49,850. Extension is always possible. Then we should see a wave 4 and a wave 5, and then we have the next 5-wave move complete. This would be the bullish pathway, yeah. Bitcoin seems to take the direct path in this third wave. It could have been that the wave 3 creates another nice and visible 5 waves. Not always the case, okay? Not always the case. Sometimes these third waves are developed more directly without any deeper pullbacks, which is why I always say when we're entering a third wave, it makes sense not to try to trade the single subwaves, but just to map or track support, which is what we're doing on the smaller time frame. But that is sort of the outlook for the white micro count here. Looking at the yellow count, the orange count, which is part of that, we could say, okay, maybe the wave 4 is still in the making. The support zone still goes down to 35k. The market didn't really use it. Okay, so, or max it out. It really only moved into the middle and turned around, which is ideal, but there is still plenty of space if the market needs to use it. And there is a level, that is very relevant for such a high B wave, and that is in this case at 47,500. So we're approaching that level now, and I'm watching if the market will react to that level, the area around that level, just before we have a breakout above the January high. And this is an area where we can see a rejection in a high B wave, and it could break down, which means a third wave shouldn't really react there, but the B wave should. Okay, so that is an ideal spot to turn around and break down again. And my intention is, if that happens, I will use those profits to buy again, buy a little bit more. If it doesn't happen, fair enough. There are plenty of other setups in the market everywhere right now that I can use these profits when taking profits, those profits and the invested money to open new positions. Okay, so there are more than enough trading opportunities everywhere, every day. Okay, now let's take a look at the shorter time frame wave count. Let's take a look at the 1 hour chart. Here really not much happened, but I have adjusted the support zone. The idea is still here that, wave 4 bottomed on the 23rd of January. That's the base case until support levels break, pretty much in line with previous updates. And the idea is that we've had a wave 1 to the upside, we've had a wave 2 to the downside. And the wave 3, as I just showed you on the daily time frame, should reach minimally here 48,940. That's basically this third wave. I can actually, no, I've got a different wave degree here on the 1 hour chart, but it's the same wave 3. It might stretch to 50K, and then we have a wave 4 and a wave 5. However, in the very short term, I'm observing the orange micro count, which at the moment, in my opinion, aligns better with a high B wave. So also here, the orange micro count still only has produced 3 waves up of the 1st of February low. So let's zoom in a bit. So we're currently tracking, the micro count, the main purpose of the micro count, it's to track support. It's not to highlight a wave 4 will happen now, okay? The main purpose of this count is to understand, okay, the next wave down or consolidation or pullback in this short-term bullish pathway should be a wave 4. That allows me to track a support zone that is relevant for a wave 4. And I know that if that breaks, I can lean bearish. So, however, as long as we're holding above support, it's a very, very reasonable approach to remain focused on higher prices as communicated yesterday and the days before. So the micro count is now adjusted to 43,916, or not the micro count, but the micro support. That's the relevant support level. As long as we're holding above that level, I'm leaning bullish still, either in wave 5 of C, of B in orange, or within wave 3. I don't care which one it is at the moment. As long as micro support is holding, I'm leaning higher. I will only have to change the support area as soon as we have all 5 waves complete, because then it could be larger degree wave 3. And I'm going to watch then for this wave 4 pullback, which would be a different support zone. At the moment, this is my support. I will just have to adjust it with the third wave in orange as we climb higher. And I will do that throughout the day. Only below 43,916, I will assume that we're heading back into the yellow box. At least it would be the first indication. At least it would be the first indication. And then a break below what I have labeled here as wave 2 low at 42,250 pretty much. That would be further confirmation that orange wave C is unfolding. So it should give you all the levels, which means a break below micro support would just be a confirmation of the warning that the orange count is playing out and the wave 4 is likely resetting. This wave 4 is likely resetting and we get a little bit of a lower wave 4 in the yellow box, which would be great for pullback traders or range traders. Whereas as long as we're holding that level, really, we can follow upside and we can just wait and see and watch if the market is working already on the 5th wave, which is absolutely possible. A lot of altcoins are ready for a breakout as well. So yeah, that's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.